Hey, it's Doug Shumway, Sweet One Media, and for this screencast, we want to talk about the Citizen Portal and really just provide you a walkthrough of the Citizen Portal and some of the key features and functions to hit on when you actually do a sales presentation. So right now, we're actually looking at a big portal for the agenda management system. Really the only difference between agenda management and Suite View is one contains agenda information and one contains videos. And now we do have some clients that have both, and that in that regard, we actually combine it so they have the agenda as well as the packet and all the other information in there as well as the video. So this one is agenda management only, and what happens is the Citizen Portal, they'll put a link on their website. So they can put a link wherever they want. They call it agendas and minutes or board meetings. They call it whatever they want, and it'll be a link, and it will link over to a page that would look like this. Now what we do is we private label it to match the look and feel of their website. So their design, their navigation, all of it's right here. So the citizen can't tell that they're going to a third party. Now how we do the design, we have two different ways of doing design. One, we can actually pull in their HTML and wrap it around our page, or they can actually iframe in our content, which is basically, think of an iframe as a window. So they have a web page. So it'll be mycity.com, whatever it is. It'll be a web page with a window that contains our content. And when I say content, really from this main search box all the way down to the our logo at the bottom. Now that does not contain any other information up here. Now, when we actually present this, we really want to do a couple of things. We really want to show how the citizen has immediate access to all the information, and also a very important part is we personalize the content for them. We really want to make it like we're providing the citizen, here's information that you're interested in. And we do that with a couple of different ways with subscriptions and also my favorites, and I'll talk about that in a few seconds. Now the first thing they do is they can actually do a keyword search. This is where they can actually type in a topic or issue they're interested in. We actually index all the supporting documents that get uploaded into the system. So supporting document for agenda item. We index the meeting minutes once they get posted back into the system. And we index the agenda itself. So all those being indexing mean we're actually capturing all those keywords. Now, we are not a document management system. We don't do OCR scanning. Basically, OCR scanning, what that is if say you upload a picture, it'll actually look for words in that picture. Now we're not doing that. That's more of an advanced document management type of function. But if it's a PDF or Word or Excel spreadsheet, or whatever those type of standard types of files, yes, we'll index those and actually have all those keywords to be able to search on. Filters just basically shows me different options. For example, meeting categories, they may have things in here like planning and zoning, parks, rec, city council, all the different meeting types they may have in the system. Right below that we have a date range. They can actually search on a past date. For example, they may be interested in something 6 months ago, so they can actually put a date range to search right here. And to actually search, they say go, and it brings back the results for them. Okay. Now, the current upcoming events, when they actually add meetings into the system or add events into the system, what happens is they can actually automatically publish them. So they get published for the next year out, for example. So they want to publish, the entire year. But what happens is the system's smart enough, it'll only show the upcoming 30 days. So they don't have to go in there every 30 days and publish them. So they publish it once, and the system automatically will display that meeting here when it's 30 days out. So now this will fall, once it goes back to May 10th, for example, this will fall off and fall under the most recent automatically too. Now, if you're a live streaming customer or video streaming customer, the in progress here, they'll actually see a live right here, in progress live. And date and time of the meeting, the name of the meeting, and then once the actually publish the agenda here in the packet, that's where they can actually download those files. So that the agenda will be a PDF version of it. Typically it's like 2 pages long, maybe 3 at most. and the packet will be the full packet. That could be 200 pages, because that's going to actually contain all the supporting documents and the packet that's created by the system. So that's the current upcoming. The most recent events, this is their library. So this is everything that happened previously. So what happens is we never archive, we never delete anything. So if they go live the system today, 4 years ago, they'll be able to see something they put in there on this date. So basically it's a full library. And what happens is you see these images right here. What we did is basically we wanted to personalize it for them, meaning allow them to have different images associated with the different types of meetings. So therefore it gives it a visual appeal. Now, if they want to have a grid view, which is like the current upcoming events here, this is considered a grid view. This can be actually switched to a grid view and not the icon view. So they can actually switch between views if they want to. Now, they can actually open a meeting by clicking the link or by clicking the image, either one in this case. So I'm going to open up this 1019 meeting, and it pops open. Let me slide it over here so you can see it. And what happens is when they open up a meeting, it shows all the details. Now again, if you're a video client, you'll see the video on the left-hand side and the bookmarks strictly out of directly out of LMR or DCR2. Now in the center here, you can actually see the first tab we go to is the agenda items and files. This is where you can actually download the packet. So if they want to download the packet from that meeting, 6 months ago, we're looking at things in the past. This is where they actually can download it. And then right below that, we break out all the different agenda items and sections of their agenda. Okay. Now, one of the reasons we have a mini minutes toolbar is, and actually it's a little bit redundant with LMR and DCR2, is with the roll call, motions, and the votes, we need to actually get that information back up into the system. So we need to keep track of it. And the reason why we do that is this case right here, where we actually display this information right to the citizen. So they can actually see, okay, what motion happened on this particular item, who did it, who seconded it, what was the outcome. Likewise, what votes happened. For example, if I want to see the vote for this resolution down here, I can see hit more, and it actually pops open here and shows me the vote that happened and how each board member voted on it. Now the core tools in DCR2 or LMR don't have the ability for us to capture that information dynamically. And again, that's why we actually have a toolbar to be able to capture this information, because we want to display it here. This helps reduce the amount of public records requests and also add another level of transparency for the city or the county. Likewise, if there's files, they can hit the View Files button here. It'll pop open and show what files are associated with this one. And what happens is with the files, they can actually, these are the supporting documents, by the way. And what happens with the files is some supporting documents may be public, some supporting documents may be private. So these may not be all of the documents in the packet or in the agenda. These are all the documents that are considered publicly available or available for citizens to see. Now, the packet that the board might get might have confidential information, might have legal, HR, all that type of information. So these are the files that are available publicly and have been published. And if I want to view it, I say view here, and it'll actually pop open and show it to me. Now, the next tab over basically is the agenda. This is kind of really what I call the pretty version of the agenda. This is their official agenda that's published out there. Okay, so that's just the official agendas right here. Right next to that is the minutes. Again, these are the official minutes that get posted. Now, the minutes may be uploaded, a week later, 2 days later, a month later. It really depends on their current process of when they actually publish it, when they don't. The share, this is for the citizens to share this with a friend. For example, they might say, hey, take a look at what happened on the last board meeting. And so the system will actually, they'll type in their email, they'll type in a quick note, and the system will send an email on behalf of that citizen to their friend or whoever. And this is a quick way to have allow citizens to communicate about certain things that happen on the agenda. And the add to favorite, this really is basically a way to have quick access to something. For example, there's maybe a meeting you want quick access to get back to. May have some documents or some information you're interested in, or somebody's son or daughter might get recognized by the council. They want to have quick access back to it. So they say add here, and it's very similar to adding a bookmark or bookmarking or favoriting a web page. Same type of process. They say add here. Now, if I go back over to the main portal, and I scroll down, there's two other options. The favorites, this is where the favorites show up. Remember, we just talked about it. When you hit add and it adds to your favorites, they'll automatically be displayed here. And likewise, above that, we have subscriptions. Subscriptions actually allows citizens to create certain topics, certain issues they're interested in, and the system will automatically, proactively try to match certain meetings that meet their criteria. What I mean by that, if I manage here, I can actually type in keywords or say whatever categories I want to see. So I have a couple of options there. So a keyword might be my street address, budget information, a certain road project, whatever. And again, if it matches any of the keywords or any of the categories, it'll automatically be displayed here. So therefore, I don't have to go to each meeting now to open up each one. The system will automatically say, okay, here, these 4 meetings match your requirements. And again, it's a level of personalization for the system. So basically, they can actually do my subscriptions and favorites here. And that's how it gets personalized for them. And how it works is, to open up a meeting or review content, I don't ever have to create an account. So if I just want to come in here and see what happened on the 19th meeting, I just go there, click it. But if I want to create subscriptions or do favorites, then I would actually create an account, and it asks me for some basic information, typically name and email is type of information that it asks me for. So it's very important to know we do not require any type of login or account to view any content, and that also goes for the videos as well, or audio files associated with it. And that is about it for the Citizen Portal, just a basic walkthrough. One last thing, how the subscriptions work. Basically, it sets a cookie so it remembers them the next time they come back in. So, again, that's how the Citizen Portal works, and a walkthrough of the Citizen Portal. All right, thanks.